saw a bitch fuck a dude in a wheelchair. I saw a bitch fuck a dude in a wheelchair. The motherfucker was paralyzed from the waist down. I don't even know how he got hard. And you telling me that game means shit? You think he gamed her? You think he spit game? You think he spit game? Fucking bitches in a wheelchair. You think he spit game? Fuck no. Fuck no. That motherfucker ain't spit no game. Yo, so I think I finally got it. I think I've cracked the code. So I think I finally got it. I think I've done it. I think I've cracked the code. So, a lot of people will say, oh, this might be obvious, but most people don't know about this. So, if you got a crush, right, or you interested in someone and you want to know if they're interested back, but you haven't talked to them, or you don't know anything about them, or haven't spoken to them to know if they'd be interested back, none of that, not talking to them showing interest back. Without doing that, let me tell you how you can find out. I say this works 90% of the time. 80 to 90% of the time this will work. All you need to do is this right here. To be able to tell, this is the number one way to find out if your crush will like you. All right? The number one way. All you need to do is this, and you'll find out. So, ask if you this is for guys. I don't know what it is for girls, but this is for guys. Ask what their favorite artist is. If let's say you go up talk to them, you never talked to them before, right? Obviously, make sure they're reciprocating the conversation, or it's not gonna go well. Asking you questions back, and you ask them something, they give you a response and not just a one-word answer, right? So you ask them what their favorite artist is. You never talk to them. You start a conversation, be like, "How are you doing?" etc., etc. So and so, what music you listen to, right? Then ask them who their favorite artist is. All right. Look out for these two things, specifically these two. Now, if their favorite artists, right, somewhat, if they look like you, aka they're the same race as you, they have like pretty much the same structures as you, the same height as you, it can even go as far as that, right? If they look like you, right, their favorite artist, if you look like their favorite artist, right, and your style is the same, so it can't be, let's say her favorite artist is like Justin Bieber or some shit. You can't be, obviously you can look like him, or you can be white and have features that are similar to him, but let's say that your style is completely different than his, right? You could have like, I don't know, streetwear stuff. Well, he does now, so like, don't like him before he did it, but let's say you have like an alt rock style. Not gonna work. So long term is not gonna work. Don't know about anything short term, but long term it's not gonna work. But let's say the otherwise. Let's say you look like him, dress like him, all of that, right? Just look like him, same style as him. There is going to be a chance that they are going to like you. There's a 90% chance. Let me not say this. There's a 75% chance if you literally look like him, right? If you look like him, right? There is a 75% chance that 75% chance, keep this in mind. Most of this, remember that 25% still exists. 75% chance that they'll like you, right? If you fit the archetype of their artist, let's say their favorite artist is like NBA YoungBoy, right? If you act like, especially you act like them too, if you dress like, look like, and act like their favorite artist, there's a 75% chance they'll be interested in you. Whatever you do after that is up to you. Whatever you do after that is up to you. Whatever you do after that is pretty much on you. I'm telling you. That's the number one way to find out if your crush will like you without asking any questions. What they type is, don't ask that. All you need to do is ask, who is their favorite artist? You can cheat this too if you want to. You can cheat this, but I suggest you don't do it because they're eventually going to find out who really the fuck is. So don't cheat it. But if you look like their favorite artist and you dress like their favorite artist, it could be, let's say, the most basic fucking person ever, right? Let's say, I don't know, Justin Timberlake. If you look like Justin Timberlake and just dress casual, she'll like you. That's her favorite artist. Dead ass. 75% of the time. Not saying that she'll be like head over heels for you, but she'll be interested in you, right? Because you look like her favorite artist. You resemble her favorite artist. Whoever they glorify is who they'll most likely date in their archetype of what they glorify. Now, another way to decipher this too, I found is that who they grew up around, right, is a big indicator. Like, I'm talking, it's so big to the point where I don't think dudes understand how big it is. If the girl you with, let's say that you're a Hispanic dude, no matter who the girl is, if the girl grew up around Hispanics, if you shoot her shot at her, you're most likely gonna date her before a white dude dates her. Let me say this. No matter what race she is, you're most likely gonna date her before another race dates her if she grew up around only Hispanics. Reason being is because of familiarity. The thing is I found about girls, right, is that they like familiarity. Dudes don't really care if a dude see a hot chick, he's willing. Most dudes, if they see a girl hot enough, not all dudes, but a lot of dudes, if they see a girl hot enough, most people in general date inside their race, but if they see a girl hot enough, this goes vice versa too. They see a person hot enough, they'll go after that person. But 9 times out of 10, people are going to go for what they're familiar with, right? People are going to mingle where they're familiar with. You ever heard the phrase, birds like a feather flock together? Yeah, that's pretty much true. What you grow up around is pretty much what you feel the most comfortable around. Like, for example, it's not even like a racist thing. There's some racism, yes, but in the modern generation, I don't know about the older generation, they're kind of racist. But Gen Z, modern generation, I'm in Gen Z. Modern generation is pretty different. Like, what they grew up around, like, black culture made a huge influence. And like, this is like the first real wave. I'm kind of fucking around on here, but this is true. This is kind of like the first real wave of snow bunnies. There's been no other time in history than right now that interracial dating has been as big as it is now. Because it used to be illegal. Like, not that long ago. It used to be illegal for blacks and whites to mix. I don't know about other races, but in America, it used to be illegal. So, I mean, that's kind of the thing, too. That's kind of the thing. And modern generation, is different, etc. Modern generation is not really fully about your race as it was before. In my generation, it still is the main role. But if you look good enough, you can bypass that. But you'll never be, let's say, if you are a 8 out of 10 Puerto Rican, right? But her favorite, her preferred race is white. Then a 6 out of 10 white dude's probably gonna beat your ass. If he has equally what you have, oh fuck, he wins over you. Because it's the preferred type. You can't beat nature, bro. Like, niggas be trying to talk about game and all this stuff too. Like, they be trying to talk about game. They be trying to talk about, get your mouthpiece right. That don't mean shit. That shit only works if the girl likes you. The whole concept of game is bullshit. Because really, game is just talking. Game is literally just talking. That's it. And no matter what you say or what you do, you're going to be perceived by how much she likes you, or is she attracted to you, or if she finds you attractive, whatever you do, nothing's gonna be wrong with that. But if she finds you ugly, everything you're gonna do is gonna be fucked up. Everybody knows. Just take a 411. Okay, for the motherfuckers that says game exists, game works, all that. For the motherfuckers that say that, right, that game exists and game works, say this shit right here. Explain this shit. If you are a 4'11 midget, let's say you a 4'11 dude, right, with red hair, like I've never seen a redhead that's a midget in my life, by the way, so I'm just making this shit up. But just to prove that I'm not talking about nobody. If you are a 4'11" midget, right? You're a 4'10" midget, and you have red hair. There's no fucking way you're telling me you have red hair, and on top of that too, you have a recessed chin. You have basically a fucked up face. Your face is like deformed, but it's not so deformed to the point that it looks like a deformity, but you're just ugly, right? Horribly ugly. Like, there's nothing you could do about it. If you work out, you're still gonna be ugly. If you get in shape, you're still gonna be ugly. You're already in shape. You're still gonna be ugly. You get a good haircut, you're still gonna be ugly. You'll bring you up like a fucking 0.5 point. But you're a fucking 4'10", 4'11" midget with red hair. You're basically like the leprechaun, right? And you tell me this motherfucker go up. Tell me this motherfucker. Okay. Tell me this motherfucker, right? Goes up and says, I don't know. Let's say the motherfucker goes up and says anything, right? Anything. No, let me not say that, because y'all gonna fucking run crazy with that shit. Let's say this motherfucker go up, introduce himself, talk to him. Matter of fact, run it back. Let's say the motherfucker go up, right? Say, hey, how are you doing? Etc. How are you doing? Right? Talk to them, introduce himself. Let him know he interested. Don't over fucking validate. None of that shit. Just casual, right? Now, that motherfucker gonna get a restraining order. We all know that shit. We all know that little motherfucker gonna get a restraining order, right? Now, take that same situation and add like a 6'5" nigga. Actually, no, take a 6'5" light skin who's mixed with Irish, and Nigerian or some shit, some crazy shit. Take that motherfucker with like green eyes and long curly hair, and tell me, give that motherfucker like a 10 out of 10 face, make him 6'5". Tell me that motherfucker. Tell me. No matter what you fucking say. Tell me that motherfucker gonna get the same reaction. Saying the same shit the 4'11" leprechaun said. Tell me that motherfucker gonna get the same reaction. But a lot of dudes know that game don't mean shit unless they like you. I don't like the fucking whole tricking shit. Like, dudes be like, oh, she like you for your money. Money, bro. No, fuck no, bro. If she like you for your money, she don't like you. She like your money. Niggas shouldn't have to be told this in 2024. This should not have to be still up for the fucking discussion. It should not. It shouldn't be up for discussion. Not at all. Not at all. Should not be up for discussion. At all. Now tell me, right? We both know damn well they're not getting the same reaction. We both know that shit. So don't sit there and lie and say game means something when it don't. We both know that 4'11" midget versus that 6'5" light skinned dude not gonna get fucking the same reaction no matter what they say. No pickup line, no fucking... Who's texting me? No pickup line, no fucking code, no fucking like game tactics gonna fucking work. No Riz. I fucking hate the word Riz. It's literally just a white version of game. No, nothing's gonna work. Nothing's gonna mean shit. Wanna know why? Because game don't mean shit if they don't like you. Not saying the 4'11" dude couldn't succeed. I bet you he could find somebody. But that's not gonna be if fucking the 6'5" dude go up to fucking 1,000 women, right? Probably only about, let's say, half of them say no, right? If that, fucking half of them when you say no. If who I'm describing, y'all know. Let's say like, let me use an example, like LaMelo Ball, nigga, but not even with the status. That little 4'11" motherfucker would have to be famous on some like fucking baby alien type shit to even get something. Even then, they probably wouldn't be genuine. They'd be fucking them for the clout. Bitches will fuck dudes like that for the clout. I literally saw a bitch fuck a dude in a wheelchair. I saw a bitch fuck a dude in a wheelchair. The motherfucker was paralyzed from the waist down. I don't even know how he got hard. And you telling me that game means shit? You think he gamed her? You think he spit game? Fucking bitches in a wheelchair. You think he spit game? Fuck no. That motherfucker ain't spit no game. Some bullshit. Straight up bullshit. I'm not even gonna hold you. But yeah, this whole fucking game lie, this game bullshit is not real. Game does not fucking work, bro. Like, and I'm telling you solutions to this shit. Since game don't work, what works? Nothing. You can't cheat nature. You can try to, let's say, we know game only works. Most dudes don't fucking realize. A lot of dudes do who have it, but a lot of dudes don't realize. You have to meet the prerequisite for game to even fucking work, right? Either you have to be, she has to view you, she has to like you in order for it to work, just in general. Either you have money, you look good, or you have status. Either fucking, this is the only three things they care about. Shit else they don't care about. Nothing else. Nothing else. You have one of those three or all three, it's the reason why she like you. And I won't even say money is real attraction. Money is just they like you for your money. There's very few women. There may be a woman who will, there may be a woman who will, I thought somebody was behind me. There may be a woman who will like you and put up with you because you got money. But if you don't pass the minimum looks requirement, she's going to cheat on, she's going to use you, she's going to cheat. This happens all the fucking time. This is fucking common. They will get it with to do with money, right? He'll be ugly as fuck. They won't like him, right? Won't be attracted to him, right? He don't gotta be, they won't be attracted to him. They'll just get with him for the money. They'll cheat on them with a dude who's working like a 9 to 5 or some shit, who's like 6'5", some like 6-time light-skinned dude with dreads. It was like a whole story all over the internet. That shit happens in real life. That's why cheating happens. That's literally why cheating happens. They find somebody more attractive than who they're with now, instead of breaking up with them, because it would be disadvantageous for them to do it. Women, at least. Men do it too, but a lot of times it's not for the same reason. Both are still fucked up. I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but still, they're both equally fucked up. I will say that. I personally believe they're both equally fucked up. But you just break up with somebody, you gonna cheat on them. But we know that, right? That's the only thing that matters. So unless you have one of those three, or she likes you for one of those three, if you have all three, you're basically fucking Superman to her. You are a fucking god to her. No disrespect for the Lord Almighty. But in a female's eyes, you are literally a god to her if you have all three of those things. If you have money, you are her preferred look type. You are literally, let's say, like I said, her preferred man, aka who her favorite artist is most likely gonna be, if it's a dude, which 80% of the time a girl's favorite artist is a dude, or one of her favorite artists that she listens to. They even if they don't say it, you can literally look at what they listen to. Ask them some of their Spotify playlists. Look, if you can get to that point, you may look like them. But if you can get their number, but fuck, you may look like the dude they prefer. But the whole game shit, I say, only matters if you look good or you have status. I won't say if you have money, because the money don't fucking work. Because like it's just tricking. It's not real love. Status can be real love. Yes, I believe women can like men. I've heard about this shit. Also, I believe this shit before I even heard about it. I would see dudes who are rappers and shit getting groupies with all these fucking chicks and trying to tie them down into a relationship. Not just fuck them for clout. Or they'll tie them in a relationship to use them for their status. But there's more instances where a woman genuinely likes a man because he's famous, because they're hardwired this way, because he's famous, than trying to use him. Think about Drake. How many women do you think are trying to use Drake for his fame? You may say a lot, yes, but like if you really look at every single woman who would want to sleep with Drake or be with Drake or be his wife, most of them would love him to fucking death. They would literally go to war for this nigga. They would go to war for this motherfucker, this goddamn pedophile nigga. So status can get you genuine affection, genuine attraction. It can. Status and looks, those are pretty much the only two things. You can get status from pretty much anything nowadays, except for something weird. Don't get bad status. It still can work because Baby Alien did it. But it still goes back to this. You still have to pass their minimum look requirement. No matter how much money you get, no matter how much status you may gain, you still have to pass their minimum look requirement. Their minimum look requirement could be a fucking 2. You still have to pass that mark. AKA be their type and be attractive to them, at least. You can be a 2 to a you can be a 2 and be a 6 to a girl. Because a lot of this shit is objectively true, but each girl views you differently. They'll have a different ranking for you. No matter what, each girl will have a different ranking for you. Some girls will see you as a 6. Some girls will see you as a fucking 9. Some girls will see you from a 1 to a fucking 3. And that's their preferred type. But them seeing you as an 8, 9, 7, all that shit comes up to their type and what they like. Majority of the time. For you to break past that, you actually got to be a 10. You pretty much got to be a fucking 10 to break past that. For her to date a girl and you be outside of her type, you got a 10. But keep in mind, though, if you do that shit, if you break past that point, the second a dude comes that is a 10 who's in her type and has exactly what you have, gone. She's gone. Just like that. She's gone. She's gone just like that. Just like that, she's gone. Vanished. To live happily ever after, if he actually keeps her. Because a lot of times, I'm not going to get into that in this video. But yeah. That's pretty much the only thing that matters. The only way, and I'm going to tell you how to fix this shit. A lot of motherfuckers be talking about how, tell you this shit, but they don't tell you the solution to it. I'm going to tell you the solution. This is the solution, like I said. Since this is all that matters, the prerequisite. Everything else don't mean shit if this don't matter, bro. Most dudes want to fucking try to cheat this shit when you can't cheat it. Because it comes back to bite you in your ass. It comes back to bite you in your fucking ass if you try to cheat it. Let me stop cussing. It comes back to bite you if you cheat it. I promise you. If you cheat this, it will come back to hunt you. Don't do it. Don't cheat it. It'll come back to hunt you. Don't do it. I'm warning you. It will ruin your fucking life. Don't do it. Don't try to trick. He's going to come back to get you. Yo, let me tell you the solution to this shit. Like I said, to actually get a girl or find out if a girl will like you, since that's all that fucking matters, right? If it's the way you look and your appearance, aka your race, your height, your gender, etc. I mean, not your fucking gender, what the fuck I'm talking about. Your race, your height, your hair, your skin color, your skin texture. Look at their favorite artist and compare them to yourself. Their favorite artists are most likely going to be a dude. If their favorite artist is white and you're black, she's probably not going to like you. I'm being dead serious. This is how it is. Not saying there's exceptions to the rule, but if your favorite artist is black and you're white, she's probably not going to like you. Even if you do match his style. You're going to have to fucking try 10 times as hard to get with her than her type would. Then do that does match your type. If her type is dreadheads that are rock stars, and you're a white dude who likes classical music, she's never gonna like you. You can try to trick your way into it. You can try to status your way into it. But once that dude comes, she's gone. Now the other way. Both of these preferably. I'm in the field trying to learn this shit in my generation. There's not a lot of dudes in the field trying to learn this shit, right? Because a lot of dudes in my generation that gave up. Most have gave up. So they don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't know what actually is going on out here. And like the whole dating scheme and shit. Like most of my, like, even like I have no siblings in my generation that are men. I'm the only man left in my generation, in my family. So there's no brother I could talk to tell this shit, but I'm about to tell you. The second thing, like I said, is look who they grew up around. If they, no matter what race they are, we see it all the time. White chicks that grow up around black people, who do they date? Who do they date? Black dudes. Black chicks that grow up around white people, who do they date? White dudes. Hispanic chicks that grow up around black dudes, who do they date? Black dudes. Black chicks that grow up around Hispanic dudes, who do they usually date? People don't hear about this one a lot, but they usually date Hispanics. It's who they're most comfortable around, what they're familiar with. Humans like familiarity in psychology. So it's not the fact that it is the fact that you're race, yes. It's just a matter of how you look, how that matches to her perceived man, because her favorite artist is going to be most likely who she like and who she grew up around. There's exceptions to this rule, but majority of the time, this stands true. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to agree with me. A lot of people are going to disagree with me. But I know this to be true. This is back. I can literally pull up a study. I'm not going to do it in this video because this is just a talking head video. But I can pull up, if you ask me for them, ask me. Just ask me. Ask me. Look at, okay, if you want proof, you want some type of source. Every girl that has a boyfriend, right? Look at her boyfriend and then look at her favorite artist. Look at her favorite artist. Look how similar they're going to look. They're going to be the same race, maybe have the same features, and have the same style. Do it. Really do it. Really do it. If you know anybody, right? Let's say your friend has a girlfriend, right? Ask your friend, who's her favorite artist, right? Ask your friend, who's their favorite artist, right? And see what they say. Now ask them, you might even know if you go to the same school as them, but now ask them, who did they mainly grow up around? What race did they mainly grow up around? And what culture they mainly grew up around? Black culture, white culture, etc. But it's mainly the people that they've been around for they grew up around. School is kind of like your second home. That they grew up around, that's who they're going to be familiar with, and that's who they're going to be most likely to date. People who look like the people they grew up around. Ask them two things. That's the number one way to find out I'm right. You think I'm bullshitting? Ask your friend or look at these girls' boyfriends. Look at the artist look at their favorite artist. Watch how similar they are. And then look at who they grew up around. What area they grew up in can tell you too. You can look at the race demographic of there. That's all you need to know. This is how you fix the whole, needing game and shit. Once you figure that out, you can pretty much find out if you want to spit game or not. Like, did you have the best chance of success if you fit her type of dude? And if you're the dude she grew up around. There's exceptions, but this is like a rule. This is known. If you look at any girl, let's say you look at fucking 100, if you literally take the time to do this, look at 100 girls, look at their favorite. I'm talking about America, no other place. I say other places too, yes. I say other places too. But solely talking America, you're going to look at American women. Look at, just to narrow it down. This is worldwide, by the way. This is if you're in fucking India, Japan, whatever the fuck. It's not really as bad in those countries. Everybody looks the same, so it's pretty much the same culture. U.S. is the only country that's like this, where it's like a mixing pot of different ones. But it's why it's kind of like so much division in the U.S. But you look at 100 women, look at their type, look at their favorite artists, Do you look like them? Do you match their style? That's all you need. Those two things. Personality comes later. And then look at who they grew up around, the area they grew up in, aka ask them, where you from? If they tell you, do you look up, if you know the majority in that area and you're that majority, oh, you're straight. You're good. You're good. He's most likely going to be interested in you. As long as you're not like, the only thing I can see wrong with this, if you look extremely bad, like, but if you look like their type, then it's not going to matter. It's really not going to matter as much. You could be ugly as fuck. And if you match a girl, I don't think people don't understand how powerful this shit is. You could be ugly as fuck. And if you match a girl's type and you are what she grew up around, oh, your chances are going to be better than pretty much any dude that doesn't match that type, no matter how they look. Your chances are going to be better. I'm telling you. Let's say, let me do a comedian. Mike Sarah, right? Even her fucking, it don't gotta be her favorite artist. It could be like an actor or some shit. Her celebrity crush, pretty much. That's what you want to go for, celebrity crush. It could be fucking anyone who's a celebrity crush. Most girls have celebrity crushes. They gawk over that shit. Even though you're not supposed to, because it's fucked up. If you're married, you're not supposed to have a celebrity crush. Your fucking partner's supposed to be just like, whatever. We'll get into that another time. You already know what I mean. But if you, let's say you like a Michael Cera, right? You dress like Michael Cera. And then she grew up around dudes that are the race of Michael Cera. Then you're going to have a better chance. That girl is going to most likely like you over any dude that doesn't fit that archetype or fit that box I just said. So I've talked enough, so that's going to be it for right now, though. Hey, if y'all like the video, smash that like button, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't like it, fuck it, I don't care. But hey, I mean, this is Conversations After Dark, and we out.